Well, folks that were attending the Bison Translocation meetings in Shelby and also in Deer Lodge told us that nobody stood up in favor for Bison Translocation at either of those meetings. That was not the case in Glasgow. In fact, looking at the crowd, they did a hand vote saying who was in favor and who was opposed to Bison Translocation. Roughly 10%, they said, was probably a good cut of those that were in favor for it, maybe a little bit less than that 10%. But a little bit of a different view here in Glasgow, as of course the first two meetings were looking at Bison Translocation to two different wildlife management areas. Here we're looking, for the most part, to translocation to two different Indian reservations. A little bit of skepticism towards the Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks there, that although they're planning on putting these bison on these reservations, that they didn't actually have a meeting in either reservation. Instead, they kind of split the difference and put it in Glasgow. Now, a couple of things that did come up during that public comment period. Many people saying that they don't have a problem with the tribes having the bison, as long as they don't have to worry about disease, and also as long as they make sure that those bison do stay in and that they are contained and don't get out and hurt private property. Also, a lot of sentiment expressed that folks were uncomfortable about commenting on part of a plan, being this bison translocation, when the whole big picture plan, that is the possibility of having that wild, free-roaming bison herd in the state of Montana, really hasn't been revealed just yet. So people uncertain about commenting on part of a plan when the whole plan isn't out there just yet. Also worries about the perception of brucellosis from other states that our Montana cattle may go to in the future. Now, a lot of aggravation about the lack of clarity coming from the Montana Fish, Wildlife and Parks about this plan, and many people expressing concern that at this meeting they were just pinning the folks on the reservations and those with the tribes that wanted the bison against the landowners that didn't want the bison, and that maybe that could have been approached a little bit better. Now, do remember that the comment period on this is open, that it's open until Wednesday, October 19th. Were some requests here tonight to extend that, although that hasn't been realized just yet. It's expected that the board will make their decision on this translocation at their November 10th meeting. For the Northern Ag Network, I'm Haylie Shipp.